You know, one of the things that we were able to meet today is a lot of representatives that were lawyers. My daughter has high educational goals for herself, and we've been fortunate enough to speak with several lawyers that have given us opportunities to learn about being a lawyer, you know, even at middle school age. So we're very grateful for them to give us this chance.
And Rose, tell us a little bit about what you're learning today.
Well, with my dad being on the tribal council, me being on the student council, and me being here at the state legislator, it taught me to have like an open mind.
And is it important for you to become a future leader?
I would like to be a future leader like my father, along with being a lawyer.
And as a father, what would you like to see state lawmakers do to help improve the lives of children in the state?
I think it's very, very critical for us, you know, as tribal leaders to remain a presence here in New Mexico, especially at the state legislature. You know, our presence here in New Mexico is since time began. So it's very important that we continue to stress that our issues here in New Mexico are of matter and do concern our constituents back in Mescalero. You know, originally this is our homeland, so we have to take pride in our place, and we're very grateful that we have this opportunity to speak up here.
They honored the Standing Rock Sioux Tribe here today at the New Mexico legislature. What is the connection between Standing Rock and Zuni Pueblo?
Well, with the Zuni Salt Lake, it's basically the same as far as, you know, and you know, the term, you know, water is life, you know, because we believe that our salt mother, you know, is life in what she provides to our community and our people. And so we have to do everything that we can to protect her. And so it's basically the same thing that they're doing, the Standing Rock Sioux Tribe. And so, you know, I mean, theirs is more of a threat, but, you know, we still down in Zuni feel that sometimes, you know, the Salt Lake is threatened by vandals and, you know, other people that really don't know the significance, and that it's a protected area.
And what issues are you bringing directly to New Mexico lawmakers to help enhance your tribe?
With our needs, it's funding for capital outlay. You know, we have one of our development areas, basically an area that we've outlined and set aside for economic development. And one of our needs is a wastewater system. This is about the third funding cycle that we have gone through with the state. The water has been funded, it's been developed, and so now we need a sewer system. And so basically with that, you know, we're looking at developing an area economically to where our community will benefit. Because really, you know, with being a non-gaming tribe, you know, it's really hard for us, especially our remote area, the remoteness of the Zuni Pueblo. It's very hard to develop things to where we could have economic growth and to basically enhance the quality of life for our people.
And on the national level, working with the Trump administration and Congress, what are some of the things you're bringing to them?
We're just waiting, I guess, to see, you know, where the Trump administration is going to go as far as addressing some of the needs in Native communities. But at the same time, you know, just, you know, being a part of the All Pueblo Council of Governors, you know, we have made a position, and we did actually have a telephone conference with Congressman Pierce, who is pretty close to Vice President Pence. So, you know, we developed a position paper for all the Pueblos, the 19, well, actually the 20 Pueblos, and it was presented to Congressman Pierce.
You know, American Indian Day here at the legislature is simply a recognition, an acknowledgement and respect for government-to-government relationships between the state and the various Native American tribes in this state. And so to be able to recognize and have a celebration in regards to that government, it means a lot to membership and to the tribes that come and make their way to Santa Fe every year.
And what do you see as one of the biggest challenges between the tribes and the state?
People that represent bring to me the idea that we wish we had better collaboration and communication between tribes and states. Oftentimes, tribes are looked upon as people with their hands out all the time. They have this idea in their mind that they always look at us like this. But rather, and through my ability to articulate positions, I'm trying to educate folks on the true contributions that tribes provide to the state by way of employment, by way of taxes, by way of collaboration and cooperation on behalf of all of the rights of ways that go straight through tribal nations, whether it be a road, a highway, a freeway, a railway, pipelines, electric lines, rivers. We are a vital cog to allowing the state to operate the way that it does. And so without those rights of ways directly through tribal lands, is it really the tribes that are like this, or is it the state like this, or should we be like this and work together on a number of issues? And so being able to collaborate and facilitate a better dialogue between governments is really something that I've been working hard to do in this first few weeks of this session.
And why do you think it's important to have Native American legislators not only here in New Mexico, but across the country?
Personally, I believe that having a seat as a Native American Pueblo man within this realm is important simply because it gives our people a voice. That without someone that actually lives at the Pueblo, that grew up at the Pueblo, that understands what it's like to live in certain circumstances, that has the ceremonies and the culture and religion as a part of who they are, they can bring that to the table and again educate the people that I'm sitting with that come from all walks of life, that my ability to articulate to them what tribes mean is going to be much more effective, I believe, as a tribal member, as a tribal legislator now, will be much more effective in the way that I can convey that message and educate folks. And that my messages, for instance, today on the House floor, were ones not read on a paper or that come from a book, or that were scripted, or that I use quotes from somebody else. All of those messages that I speak of come from the heart. And I have to keep in mind that as we move forward in this contemporary world as tribal people, we no longer fight our battles with stones, bows, or arrows. But now today, we fight our battles and we protect our people and places with our minds, with our hearts, and with our tongues. So if we can do that and entrust in our ability to do that, we'll ensure that our people are represented the best way that they can.